My 5-year-old grabbed my arm and said, "Don't go into the laundry room." So I'm a single mom with a 5-year-old son named Jake. Last week, I was heading downstairs to switch the laundry over when Jake grabbed my arm really hard and said, "Don't go in there." I thought he was playing some kind of game at first. I asked him what was wrong and he just kept saying, "There's a man in there." My heart dropped. I asked what he meant and he said he saw a man standing by the washing machine. I grabbed my phone ready to call the police. I told Jake to stay behind me and I slowly opened the laundry room door. Nobody was there. Just my washer and dryer and a pile of clothes on the floor. I checked behind the machines, in the closet, everywhere. Nothing. I asked Jake where he saw the man and he pointed right at the corner by the dryer. He said the man was wearing a blue shirt and just standing there staring at the wall. I figured maybe he had a nightmare or something. Kids that age have wild imaginations. I switched the laundry over and we went back upstairs. But Jake refused to go near the laundry room the rest of the day. That night, I was folding clothes in the living room when I found a blue work shirt in the basket. It wasn't mine. I don't own any blue work shirts. I asked Jake if he'd seen this shirt before and he got really quiet. Then he said, "That's what the man was wearing." I got chills. I checked all the clothes in the basket. Everything else was mine and Jake's stuff. This shirt was way too big for either of us. It had a name patch on it that said Steve. I didn't know any Steve. The next morning, I asked my neighbor Carol if she'd accidentally grabbed someone's laundry at the laundromat. She said she only uses her own washer. I hadn't been to a laundromat in months. That afternoon, I was putting away groceries when Jake came running up from the basement again. He said the man was back. This time I went down there with a baseball bat. Still nobody. But the blue shirt I'd left on top of the dryer was now on the floor. I know I didn't knock it down. I called my brother Mike to come check the house. He searched every room, checked all the windows and doors. Everything was locked. No signs of anyone breaking in. He thought I was being paranoid. But then Jake told him about the man in the blue shirt and Mike got serious. He asked Jake what the man looked like. Jake said he was tall and had dark hair and looked sad. Mike went pale. He asked if I still had the shirt. I showed it to him and he just stared at it. Turns out my house used to belong to a guy named Steve who worked at the auto repair shop downtown. Mike had met him a few times before I bought the place. Steve sold the house super cheap because he was moving out of state after his wife died. She died in a car accident 2 years ago. Mike said Steve was really torn up about it. I asked what Steve looked like, and Mike said tall, dark hair, always wore those blue work shirts. I felt sick. I looked up the auto shop online and found an old staff photo. There was Steve in his blue work shirt, same exact shirt with his name on it. I have no idea how it ended up in my laundry. The house had been empty for 3 months before I moved in. I deep cleaned everything. That shirt shouldn't exist in my house. Jake hasn't seen the man since I donated that shirt to Goodwill last week. But sometimes late at night, I hear the dryer running, even though I didn't turn it on. And last Tuesday, I found all my clothes folded on the couch when I know I left them in the basket. I don't go in the laundry room alone anymore.